So when I was running around in the club scene, thinking I was the man, Mr. Cool Guy, and then we all get arrested. I'm deported, so I'm no longer around my mates, and there wasn't that like enticement for me to
Yeah.
get back in it. But this happened to you, and you were still in that area.
Yeah. It was hard.
Aren't your mates like saying things like, "Come on,
Yeah, yeah. Listen,
didn't you want to get back into the mix?"
listen. Even now, I've, because as I've got older, I'm still. Problem with me is my guilt by association. I still know a lot of my friends are still A players, if you know what I mean. They're still doing whatever they're doing. Nothing to do with me. I don't really spend a lot of time. And again, where I work now, I spend my time I've. That's why again, that's why I had to bring my daughter with us today because I want to spend as much time as I can with her. Yeah, I mean, people always go, "Oh, Dominic, yeah, where we saying?" What annoys me is right. I went through a bad spell about 18 months ago. We were just talking about this in the car, yeah? And it's how your friends treat you. It's like I've done a lot of things for a lot of people, and I remember I had this bad spot about 18 months ago, and my mate rang me, and I've helped him out with a few things. And I said, "I'm so glad you called. Do me a favour, mate." Because Dom, I'll ring you back in half hour, mate. I just got to sort this out. Do you know what? I'm still waiting for that phone call. And about all the things you do for other people, and it's like I've either. Not listen. I never had nothing. I wasn't Charlie Big Bananas with the big flash cars and had loads of money. But I just did what I wanted. I could go away, do this, do that. But now I realise the value of actually going to work for my money. And it's a nice feeling to do a week's work. Money's in the bank. Pay my tax. I've got nothing. Tax management. I've got nothing. You can have anyway. I've got nothing. I never had nothing. I was too busy. I said before, I was too busy trying to get this reputation. But as you said, yeah, there's still people like back in the day, don't come with a bit of work. I remember we went out for dinner, me and Nick, with my pal that I was working with back then, and I stepped out of the frame, and I give Nick her joke, she would speak her mind. And he's going, "Oh, no, we need Dom back in with us." Like, he was such a good money getter. Not money getter, but he was like, he was so staunch. He'd never leave you. And my woman said, "Yeah, that's nice. Like last time, fractured skull, 70 stitches. Where was everybody then?" And it is funny. Like, I'll give her a joke. She never held back like that. Again, it was just, it made me realise who my friends were. You know what I mean? And I did have to, I stepped out of it. And I always remember we went to Tenerife and people were asking questions. They phoned my pal up, my good pal, and they're going, "We've heard from him. Is he all right?" He goes, "Yeah, he's all right. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. He's he ain't said nothing. He's wiped his mouth. He just wants to be left alone." And we come back from Tenerife, and I remember there was one message on the phone. I can't remember what it was, but someone saying, "I just want you to know I'm your friend. I had nothing to do with it," and all this stuff. And I had 3 phones like you do, and I just threw them all away. And then about 2 weeks later, I went back to work, working for my friend, who's done really well with himself. He's in construction, and I was doing second cleaning on these new flats he bought. And I remember always phoning him, going nearly every other day, "Thanks, you know what, thanks a lot for it." It wasn't good money. I mean, it was good money to me, but I was earning good money, but straight money if you want. That's about 80 quid a day then. This is what Bella, before, I think, because Nick was pregnant with Bella. And it was like, it was nice just to go to work, come home, eat my dinner. This was what normal people do, isn't it? And it was really nice. And it was really nice.
How long did it take to recover from your injuries?
It wasn't never so much the physical side. I suppose I've got skin like a tortoise, you know what I mean? Like, I've got a face made for radio. I'm great with this, like the radio, as long as I ain't got a camera. But there's more the mental side of things. It does shock you, because I still have flashbacks now a little bit, like 3 geezers coming in there, and all good. I remember once we were at an old, we had Bella, and Nick was pregnant with Bella. We were at this old place in Chinkford. I was sitting on the couch. Bella was in bed. Nick was in bed. And a really bad thunderstorm. And I was half asleep on the sofa, and we had like a stairway come up the stairs, and all of a sudden you had the kitchen, bathroom, bedroom, front room. And all of a sudden this thunderstorm was so loud, it scared the life out of me. And all of a sudden as I looked around, and it was like these 3 fellas all in black were coming towards me. And I really, and the first time in my life, I froze. And I got my hands and knees and I had to crawl to get in the bed. It's really, I've never had it before, I've done one ever since. And I had to crawl to get in the bed. It was like I froze. And I got to bed and I was holding Nick really tight. She goes, "What's the matter? What's the matter?" I said, nothing. And it's just really weird. And it's, again, I suppose that's, the comeuppance, I think, in that life, ain't it? It's like, I still get the ump now. I everyone gets you up, don't they? It's like someone says, oh, your chin neck geezer, oh, get some more fucking nerves off. And all of a sudden I sit there some mornings, I look at myself and I'll go, yeah, but let's leave that. Let's leave this, because I really find now, I love the word karma. Karma's such a good word, because there's lots of people out there had me over. Not like that, but for silly things. You look back, and I look back now, my life's going now, again, touch wood. It ain't supersonic, but it's better than it has been for years. And it's all for me now. I've gone to work. I'm working hard. You know, it's about me and Bella. Everything's about, you know, like, let's go on holiday. I said to Bella, where do you want to go on holiday next year? If on this corona thing, you know, I'll probably be in the back garden. But, you know, but let's do something, just because I know my time with her is running out. Not like that, because she's getting older now. And I'm never going to hold her back. She can do whatever she wants. But when we got this bit, so let's enjoy it together. I'm trying to get her to go on a cruise, but she won't have it. She don't want to go on a boat. I don't know what's that about. Come on, you know what I mean? I fancy the cruise life. But, but I don't know. It's just, life's just really funny, ain't it? 1 minute, you take, you know, I think, listen, one minute we're all going to end up in the box, ain't we? That's when we know that. But I just want to try and enjoy myself. I'm 50 now. I never thought I'd make it this far. You know, I remember when I had my 30th, you know, before Bella came along, and I was like, bloody, I'll make it 30. Then I made it to 40, made it to 50. It's like, so I'm hoping the big man upstairs has got better things for us, you know, so.
So what you described there is like PTSD then from the attack. Has the nightmares and the flashbacks, has that gone down over the years?
Well, I still get them. I went to the doctors with a bit of a tete-a-tete, I should say, in a local bar. We went over there, and Doorman got a bit cheeky. So they got ironed out, you know, and they see it, bang, bang, bang. There was a few of us there. But I remember I had to go to my doctor. I never slept for 3 weeks. Lost a load of, I wouldn't mind losing a lot of weight now. Perhaps I'll keep awake for 3 weeks. But I had to go to the doctor, and he said, you're suffering from that post-traumatic syndrome. And my doctor's known me since I was a baby. Like, he was really good. I've got, like, you know, I go see my doctor on a Monday. And I walk into his surgery. He was so good. I'm going to say because I'll probably get in trouble. But I walked in, it was surgery, and they used to hate me. I walked in, it's Dr. So-and-so, and now he's busy. I need to go, could you tell him Dominic's there? And they hated it, because they came to him, and he'd go, just sit there. 2 minutes later, he goes, Dominic, you come out. What you done now? Who you with now? Who you? And a couple of times he helped me out, like bandaged me up a little bit. But I went to him for this thing, and I remember we went out. It was a Christmas do. And first time ever, I'd come back about 3 o'clock in the morning. No, I never done that with my woman. And she thought straight away I'd been off with another woman. Took me to the Monday to tell her I've had a fight in the nightclub, knocked out 4 doormen. And then next she's going, and she was so cool though, the way because I said, Nick, I need to tell you something. She goes, what? I said, I knew it. You slept with someone else. I said, no, Nick. I said, look, I've had a bit of a fight. She goes, what do you mean you had a fight? She goes, what do you mean? She goes, how many? I said, 4. She goes, what? I said, I mean, there was more than just me there. I mean, but I'd got hold of 4 people, and then there was about 8. There was, you know, there's a few other bodies knocked out, not just me. She goes, what do you mean now? I said, there was a doorman. She goes, well, don't worry about it then. I said, what do you mean don't worry about it? Because, well, I thought, she goes, no, you know, you're going to be all right. But that Christmas, so the worst Christmas side, we went round my friend's house for dinner. All I kept thinking, they're going to nick me. Turns out my pal comes back from Malta. And he goes, oh, Dom, I meant to tell you. She goes, oh, the head doorman, because he knew him all, the old doorman phoned us up. He said, oh, can you tell the big fella we don't want no more trouble? Can you, like, tell him it's all right? And there's me for about 4 weeks, crapping myself. Thinking, so I've had to go and see my doctor, and he gave me these sleeping pills. And that's what he said, look, Dom, you need to get some help here, because you're struggling. I'm telling him about these things going on, and I'm saying to him, mate, I'm going to get nicked. He goes, Dom, you ain't. Stop it. Calm down. And it ruined me from couple of months, and that's all because of that. I mean, I don't know anybody that you're telling me that doesn't struggle with things like that. You know, the things we were getting up to, like the fighting and stuff like that. It wasn't like it was just hand in hand. It was every day someone was getting a right hand, or someone's getting a tug for this, someone's getting a tug for that, and it was just that. And I said before, like coming away from that, he's still here now. He's still, you know, I worry about stupid things now. Where before I didn't care. But since Bella's come along, I worry about everything, like, oh, I've got to pay this, got to pay that. I have a missed call that I don't know. I don't like withheld numbers. But I've got my head around it now a little bit. 9 times out of them cold callers now, aren't they? But you ain't going to get nothing out of me. So
the incident with the 4 people that you knocked out then, what brought that about?
They wouldn't let us in. They wouldn't let us into the bar. to be honest, it was our fault a little. Not we with a few people's a Christmas do. We went to go in the bar. We thought it was about 10:30. It wasn't. It was like 12 o'clock. It turns out we had 5 minutes of drinking up time, and we thought they were just being funny. And the doorman, they were a bit flash anyway. They had a bit of a bad reputation there anyway because they took liberties with a lot of people there. And of course we turned up. I went to walk away. And I went halfway, my mate, God, Dominic's kicking on, it's kicking. So I walked back there, the geezer would come down for this other club, be some cage fighting geezer, had an ear like that, and his flat nose like that. And he had this Burberry jacket on. He took his jacket off and said, well, you'll earn your money now. So he got it first. And then the geezer on the door then realised it's happening now because he went over, like went bang, he left hooked him, he's gone over. My old manager was in the bar, and he goes, so I see scuttling, goes, because they were laughing at us because we weren't getting in. And then when they realised how serious it was, because the geezer, the mouthy one at the door, he wasn't English, I don't know what he was, but he was going, no. He goes, you're on telly, you're on telly. Like, no fight. I said, I'm always on telly, mate. And my mate just said, all I see, you go like, he comes, shoot. He goes, I see this geezer come shooting through the door, and he's got bang on the floor. And that was it. We just walked in, and then it was madness. And my mate, this was after the first book come out, and my mate said to me, he goes, now I can see why they wrote a book about you. But this again, I think I was just a little bit silly there, and perhaps should have just walked away and got in a cab and go home, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
But again, something like that, the backlash of that ruined me for, they're all right, they probably got knocked out, woke up and think, oh, don't worry about it, go to work the next day, and there's me thinking, oh, could get nicked and all this stuff again,
So mental health is an important part of the story.
Very.
Ricky Hatton, he did the foreword for your book. And do you want to just tell us a bit about your struggle with mental health?
Yeah, well, listen, I struggle with lots of things. It's hard for me sometimes because obviously my daughter's sitting here. There's things listen, she's going to find out anyway. But I've struggled with like depression. I mean, the first Christmas when I split up from Bella's mum, I remember I remember going around her mum's house and they were sitting there and I was like, hello, happy Christmas. Christmas. So we're sitting there and I'm going, I'm just waiting for her to go, why don't you stay for dinner? And I'm going now. Okay, what then? Bye then. Right, yeah, I'm going now. So Bella's happy. I mean, she's still a kid, so she, I just want her to be happy. But I remember we went to my mate's house for dinner. And then I just remember going back because I lived at the gym when I first split up with Nick. I ended up staying in the gym for a year and a half, sleeping on the floor, just because I was paying for everything. I was training the boys then, so we went to the gym's flying. But I remember sitting there, and I remember at dinner at my friend's house, and I remember just going back to the gym. And I remember on the way I got a bottle of Jack Daniels. And I remember sitting there, I was having this Jack Daniels, and I'm sitting there, and as I'm drinking this Jack Daniels, I'm looking at it, I've got a big pipe runs through. And I'm embarrassed to say this because my daughter's sitting there, but I'm thinking, I wonder if that can take my weight. And I don't know, by the grace of God, hold on, my friend lent me this DVD, and it was Ray Donovan, and all of a sudden, as I looked at him, Ray Donovan's on, I'm going, I ain't seen this one. And it took my mind right off of it, and it's, the things that, when you hear about things like the Tyson Fury thing, when he's saying, well, he was driving his car and it smashed it. One things ain't going well. I think we're fighters. We got to fight this thing. But he's just so hard. I mean, I'll get really pulled in. I remember again 18 months ago when the book came out, I should have been flying. I just had a bit of personal stuff was going on, and and I was training the boys in the gym. We had a really good stable of fighters. We had Boy Jones Jr., Sanjay Sahota, Hamza Shiraz. Now that's a good kid. He's flying now. We had about 4 foot Liam Dillon. He was just tagging along. Stevie and Bobby Kibbs. They're doing a great job of him. He's Southern Area champion now. But anyway, things were going on then. So when the book came out, I remember we had a book launch at my pals, Adam Books. He's got a pub called the Three Colts, and that's a really top pub we had there. And just had some bad news, and they come down and interview and talk about if you ever watch it, it's on YouTube, and it's just really air funny from 18 months ago how down I was there to I am now. Things you just got to keep ploughing forward, which is hard. But I remember I did an interview and they just caught me. I was writing in such a bad way, and it was all the Sundays again. That's why I'm forever grateful for my mate Butch that got me back working, and Eric and Jay. Grand Off Designs, little plug there. But no, they just went back working and kept me working every day. I was so upset about it. I'm not going to go into things, but just so upset about something that had come up, what I found out. And I thought, you know what, I've just had enough. But every day I was getting stronger every day. But what hurts me so much more, we had the book come out and I should be flying. We had so much, and that's why I feel so bad for Jamie. We had so many things lined up. But because I got the I went, bollocks, don't want to do nothing. You know, I ain't speaking to you. I've got other things going on. And, what's his name? English.
James English.
James English was ringing me, and he was quite good. I said, look, James, this is happening. He goes, look, calm down. You know, we'll have a slot with you whenever you want. Again, I was sitting there this day, and I just had this really bit of bad news. And this Kevin Mitchell rang me, and I said, the one I've boxed 3 times. And out of the blue, I don't know why, he said, Dom, I had this feeling, I needed to talk to you. And I went, Kev, oh my God, like we tried to kill each other 3 times in the ring, you know, and this geezer come out of the blue, and all of a sudden, certain people don't realise how lucky I feel to have him in my life. I mean, you're always going to hear me talk about Emery and Bryn. They're without them 2 in my lives, I would be dead. I know that. They stuck by me, and the loyalty thing come through. But they're the ones that took time to talk to me, have a bit, you know, because people are getting fed up with me, you know what I mean? There's Dom, always on a downer, don't keep, that's why I can't be around negative people. And there it was all of a sudden, he's, again, day by day, like Kevin ringed me. I remember having this mad conversation with my pal Joe Long and Paul Aldo. They phoned me up, and it was just little by little, I got better. I said in this interview I did, and it hurts me. It's like when I drop my daughter off, it's really weird. It's like I've got this empty, there's like a hole inside of me, and it's empty. And it's so hard because it ain't good, you know. And so every day I've got to power on. I've got to keep going. Do you know what I mean? And it's like people look at me. I look at him. He's tough. I ain't like that. People don't really know what I'm like because certain people haven't. They never had the time to sit there and actually talk to me, except for the likes of like my mate Bryn and Emery. These people, they don't have to do nothing for me. But loyalty, my loyalty's paid my bills, and it is hard. It is. I just want a happy life, you know. I mean, I want this feeling to go, you know, because it's sort of, you know, I can't put no more pressure on my daughter because she's there anyway. She don't need to know what I'm going. I don't want her thinking life's like this because I've made this life happen. I've put myself. No one made me do the things I did. You know what I mean? And it's hard. It's hard because it's like, you know, me and her together. I mean, it's like we have such a good time. She makes me laugh. You know, she makes everything all right. She made me a better person. You know, soon this little girl pop out and she's a bundle of joy, and then realise all this crap I've been involved with, that's nothing. You know what I mean? I probably would have been better carrying on doing the car spraying or carrying on doing the boxing. But then again, it's like, well, I got involved with all the other stuff. It just ruined it all. But that was my fault. And I've got no one else to blame except for me. So now, all I want to do is make a good life for her. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know if you've got kids, Shaun, but and I keep saying it, don't know if I mentioned I've got a daughter, but yeah, she made everything all right. She made me realise where I'd gone wrong, and it's not about how hard. It's just the program. This how hard I am. Nah, this ain't about that. Listen, there's probably 10 people worse off me out there. Just with me, I just had a bad temper, but with me, when my temper went, it was free going. And everybody got a bit of it, you know. And you know, life's different now. Life's so different now. So and better. And I don't mind going to work. I love going to work. It makes me very humble, you know.